rocking and rolling. Alrighty, hey guys, Dave again. Welcome back to How to Transition from PT or Bootcamp to Your Own Highly Profitable Studio. This is going to be lesson 3, and I'm very excited to come and teach you a bit more today about a bit more of the marketing and how to launch and get bums on seats, people in the door. That's today's focus. So let's get rocking and rolling. Now, just a quick recap. What have we covered so far just to get you up to speed? We've talked over things like the vision of the business, the model, the niche that we want to work with. Really important stuff. Got some clarity there. We understand a bit about the numbers, okay, in terms of what's going to make it profitable, how many people do we need, pricing, things like that. And once we've done that, we've looked around at potential locations, possibly began making offers for leasing places that look good. And we've now locked in a location, hopefully, once you've done all that stuff, and ready for the beautiful frenzy of setting up, launching, getting bums on seats. And it is genuinely a beautiful frenzy. And I've been talking to a couple of people lately who are in that little period. They've locked in a lease, things like that. And it is very exciting and fun. So today's lesson is really about how do you launch the studio and flood it with happy customers. And if you use good marketing words like flood, you will get lots of leads and sales. That's a really good marketing word. Before we go into this stuff, I want to talk to you about a couple of things before we get into the strategies and the tactics, just some principles, because this is a crazy period. There's a lot of things you can do. And the biggest, most important takeaway lesson I want to give you is to focus on what matters in this process and not a major in the minors, which a lot of people do, and they spend a lot of excess energy on things that don't really matter a lot. Here's the thing that are minors a lot of people don't realize, okay? Your logos, your signage, the exact equipment brands you get, having a very traditional website, and that's going to probably, some people will be like, what, they need a website? It's okay, I got you. A lot of that's not that important. It's at first, it really doesn't matter all that stuff all that much at first, okay? I really want to stress this stuff. Here's what matters. Marketing the hell out of it, creating a winning opening offer that's going to drag people in the door, get them paying money, and ultimately getting revenue, okay? This is what matters, and this is where our attention, our focus needs to be, especially in this period. I would argue your first 3, 6, maybe even 12 months, all you should really do is market and sell as hard as you can, because that's what's going to drive the business. But especially in this first period, because it's very important to get the ball rolling quickly. So like the minor stuff, sure, you want to get a sign for your business, you want to get a logo done. If it's now your own brand that you haven't started, like that was how I did it. You need to do all that stuff, sure, to a certain extent, but don't overthink it. Please do not spend too long on them. Be decisive and then move on. Okay, indecision kills people. Your one goal should be maximum dollars, cash flow coming in from day one. You can get a new sign later. You can update the website later. And all of that is a lot better when you have more cash flow coming in. And I really want to stress that importance. You've probably seen this before. If you haven't, then you've been under a personal development rock for too long. You've heard of the 80-20 principle, I would imagine. So this is what it looks like. 80% of time expended only gets 20% of results, whereas 20% of your time, the vital stuff, gets 80% of the results. The 80-20 principle is a fancy way of saying that some things are disproportionately more impactful than others on results. That's what it's really saying. But time is absolute. An hour is an hour. And so the result of this means spend the absolute time on what gives you the relative highest producing results. So spend your time on what gets you better results, because an hour is an hour. But if you can get further results with that hour, you spent it better. Cool, really important. I'm sure you've heard it before, but I just wanted to drive this home really quickly when you do go through this phase, because it's easy to get caught up in everything else. And that's why the bulk of today is marketing and maximizing dollars. Okay? And that's the stuff that most people struggle with from people I've coached, consulted for. That's generally harder than I need to find a logo, find a guy, get a logo, move on, life goes on. Cool. So your cash flow is your oxygen in this business. You need that to breathe. You'll not breathe very long without cash flow. Okay, so with that aside, let me talk to you about what I would be doing opening and give you a very specific strategy plan, how I'd be marketing this business once things are locked in. Okay, early as possible, stay from the top left. I would be telling the story, start getting people excited and realizing what the hell you're doing, because it's pretty cool. I would start seeding the offer that you're going to have. What that just means is talking a little bit about something coming, get people excited, and we're going to be building a pre-sale list for that offer. Okay, very cool stuff. I'm going to break all this down. Don't you worry. This is an overview. Probably 3 to 4 weeks out, if possible. This might overlap with early as possible. All good. You're going to open some early bird spots for a challenge that you're going to be running. That's going to be your big opening offer. And we're going to do that all organically. So just using whatever resource you got at the moment and doing that correctly, you're going to close your first few sales, bit of confidence, bit of cash flow, bit of good shit happening. After that, we're going to go 2 to 3 weeks out. I'm going to show you how to create a really good Facebook ad to drive the early bird challenge. Social media marketing, driving traffic through Facebook, Instagram is definitely still the fastest, most efficient, most effective, most reliable and predictable way to get leads and sales in a local business like a gym. There's a bunch of other stuff out there. It's not the only thing you want to rely on, but I can tell you if the quickest one is that. We're going to also hit up our organic stuff again. Not going to forget about that. We're going to close our next few sales, no doubt. 1 to 2 weeks out, we're going to create one other ad, which is going to be for a foundation membership. It's going to be just a different angle to also attract new members. Okay, we're going to hit up organic one more time, like a last chance. Anyone who's been on our list or our friends, all that stuff. And you're going to be selling like crazy, hopefully. It's going to be lots of fun. The final week before we go, you might make one little last ad change, okay? And then we're going to keep on selling, hopefully. And you might not even need to do that ad change. If your ads are killing it, you probably run it out for the whole 2 weeks. But it might be good if you just want to squeeze a bit more out of it. Was that a lot to take in? Probably. I'm going to break it all down now, and we're going to get into exactly how I would execute all of that, okay? Now, keep in mind, this is just my personal strategies I would be doing, but I'm pretty confident. I know what I'm doing. I've done this for a long time. It's pretty good. Can you do some slight variation of this? Absolutely. But this is what I would do if you want to make it work. So we're going to make 2 clear offers as ways people can come in and drive new customers, okay? Offers are one of the hands down most important thing in marketing. The offer, think of it just as what people perceive they are getting from you. You know, what am I actually getting if I turn up? We're going to do 2 things. Offer 1 is going to be a 6-week challenge beginning the 2nd week of opening. Now, you're hearing, okay, what the hell's in the challenge? Don't worry about what's involved in the challenge, how it works, da-da-da. We'll get to all that. I'll give you some resources. I'll show you how you can run a really good challenge. Don't worry. I know a lot of people get stuck on that. Trust me, just that a challenge, I don't know how many leads I've gotten for challenges, but a lot. They work. 6 weeks has probably been the best performing timeline I've found. Not too short that people don't feel like they can get a result. Not too long that they're like, shit, I can't commit 90 days of my life to fitness. But that's what people are like. 6 weeks, I would be going with. Again, this is what I'm recommending. If you want to follow it, you don't have to, but it's a very strong recommendation. Second offer, make a 7-day trial on opening, which leads people to be able to secure a foundation membership. Foundation memberships, look, you can potentially cost yourself long-term money because people get a cheaper rate, but a foundation membership comes with an element of urgency, meaning, hey, if you don't book in for this now, you never get this rate again. So in that sense, it works to drive people to at least come check you out. So we're going to have 2 clear offers that we're going to be making. They're going to really help people absolutely crush it. So that's going to be really cool. Now, why are we doing that? As I mentioned, challenges, super reliable way to attract new members. And as I said, they've been the backbone of my business growth. I would say you're going to attract 3/4 or so of new members from that, but not everyone wants to do a challenge. Some people don't get appealed by that. And that's why we're going to have a 7-day free trial to the foundation membership. Once they complete the trial, we could actually offer them the challenge too, or they can go on the membership at a foundation rate. Okay, so that's why we're doing these offers, and that's going to be the real important ways we're going to drive people in. So let's go this overview. Early as possible. So let's say you lock in your lease and you've got maybe 5 or 6 weeks or even 4 weeks. As soon as you do this, this is what I would be starting to do, which is telling the story and seeding the offer. Okay, so start telling the world about your vision. Like, get excited. You've just taken a risk. You've just dropped probably tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars into a lease, into equipment, or you're committing to that essentially in the near future. Talk to people about this story. Get them excited. Share the vision. You got to realize people's lives are pretty boring most of the time. And so anything new is very valuable. Oh, it's something exciting. Most people's lives are the same crap every single day. So yeah, something new works well. Social media, super powerful, easily the highest return on getting eyeballs onto something you're doing. So I would be getting on Facebook, I would get on Instagram. I don't care if you have 3 friends or 3,000 friends. You may as well post about it because you never know who's watching. Even if you just get your mum and your sister down there, who cares? Get on Facebook, get on Instagram, start sharing the story. This is what I would do. I would take a photo of you in the new location or a video if you're confident on camera. Start sharing your why. Like, share this awesome story, the impact you want to make. As cheesy as it can be, as cliche, people will be like, wow, I want to be around that. Like, people want to follow someone going somewhere. So they see you going somewhere. They want to be around it. So share that where you're going. And then what you want to do is I want you to seed your offer, but they can't get in yet. So guys, what I'm planning is I've got this 6-week challenge we're going to open with. It's going to be awesome. We're going to give people great results. It's going to be an early bird special. So if you've been watching this or reading this and you might be interested in that, can I just get you to comment below saying you'd be interested? That's it. They can't get in. I just want to know if you're interested. So what we're going to be building here essentially is this pre-sale list I was talking about. And I'll run you through how we do that while I have a quick drink. So once people are interested, we're going to get their email and start storing all those emails. And all you do is send a private message. So they comment on an Instagram or a Facebook post. Hey, awesome to see you're interested. Can I grab your email address so I can let you know when we do the early bird for the program, the sale, all that stuff. And now you've got their email address. So what are we doing from day one? And I did this in my business because I had a very smart business coach, and everyone should be doing it. If you haven't done this already, you need to get yourself set up on what's called a CRM, Customer Relations Manager. This is just mandatory of running a successful business. Like, sorry, part of the course. A CRM is simply a way to store info of people's names, numbers, emails. You can send out email blasts to them. You can segment them into lists. So really important stuff. And again, every business has one and just necessary. So my one that I use and I've recommended all my clients is really easy to use is just called ActiveCampaign. Okay. ActiveCampaign, simple CRM. This is what it looks like. You go to their website and I would just make an account because you need to start getting one anyway. There's a free trial, as you can see there. And then it's cheap as compared to, honestly, most things out there, and you need a bit of an abundance mindset in business. So go to ActiveCampaign whenever you get the chance, make a CRM. Setting up the actual CRM is pretty simple, okay? I don't have time in this stuff to go through how to set it all up. It just wouldn't be practical, okay? But there's actually this new website, though, that will help you learn how to use it, okay? It's really cool. I think it calls something weird like Google. That's it, Google, right? So Dave's cheekiness aside, it's like what we're trying to do on ActiveCampaign is very simple. You're going to build a basic list. You're going to be able to send emails to them. If you Google, if you YouTube, you will find plenty of resources. I'm pretty sure ActiveCampaign has it all. So just go, set it up. You'll figure it out. Dive straight in, jump off the cliff, learn how to fly. So other people I would contact is any old leads you've had from your business so far, any previous clients as well. Okay, I would be shooting them out emails or texts, depending on what you have for them, talking a little bit about your new business. Like if it's a previous client, I'd probably text them. Bit more personal. You probably know them quite well, but maybe you've got an old lead who inquired about your business and they never came through. You can shoot them an email and get in touch, knowing, like, again, you've got this cool story now. You've actually got something new. You got the studio, you got this new early bird challenge, and take all those emails, previous clients, stick them on ActiveCampaign so that you have it all saved. Okay, so that's step number one. Is you're gonna do some early bird stuff. Just start telling the story. Don't overthink that. Again, don't overthink. Just take action. Share the story, why you're doing it, let them know you're doing a program, and that's going to be really cool. So 3 to 4 weeks out now. Okay, now we can actually announce people can actually join. So we get this initial kind of buzz. We start making some early sales a few weeks out. To make this offer even stronger, we're going to create this early bird incentive. They can actually get the challenge for free. Now I'm going to show you how this works. It's not actually like totally free. Let me explain, but this is extremely powerful marketing, okay? This is an incentive where essentially what we're going to do, they are going to pay for the program. As long as they finish the criteria we set, they get their payments back as credit to do more training, okay? That's how it kind of works. You might set a criteria like this is what I would normally do, like a weight loss goal. About 5% of body weight's pretty reasonable. So if they're 100 kilos, 5 kilos, maybe more. But at 5, if they're 94.5, you get it right, do some maths. 3 days a week workouts with you. Okay, especially if you're doing group training, maybe different if you're doing PT, but if you're doing groups like most people are, then 3 times a week is pretty realistic. If it's PT, it might be 2 PTs a week, 1 PT a week, right? And I normally get them to record their food each week and send it through to a coach for accountability. Now, all they need to do is they follow the program. They actually get the credit at the end. They paid for it back at the end. Okay, so they pay money and you give it to them as credit at the end. Let me just share you a little bit about this, so really quickly. This incentive, firstly, it gives people a reason to act now and not wait 3 weeks. Urgency is marketing. In marketing is crucial. Like, humans do not move until they have to. Think about when you did assignments at uni or school, right? You do your assignments the night bloody before because that's when they're due. You don't do them a month out. You don't do them 3 weeks out. You do them the night before because now there's urgency. That transitions to every single thing in life. And if you go, hey guys, we're opening in 4 weeks. Can't wait to see you join. Do you want to join? I'll go, well, no, I'll just decide in 2 or 3 or a week later, okay? Really powerful to give people a good incentive to move. And here's the thing with this incentive is you don't have to lower the pricing, so they're still going to pay for it. They're just going to get credit at the end. So you've got a big incentive to move, like, hey, I can get it back for free. That's freaking cool. I don't want to miss out on that. And you get some money in the door. And you, like, when I first heard this concept, I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, oh, is it sneaky, manipulative? It actually works extremely well. And this program, this incentive, if I lift the hood on like the gym coaching, the gym marketing space, this has pretty much been the best performing gym offer for every gym across the world, hands down. Okay, I've been in some pretty high level programs, and this has been the most powerful incentive that any gym has ever run to reliably get people in the door. So I just saved you probably thousands of dollars on buying coaching and marketing for people just to do the same thing. You just got to run something like this and learn how to sell it. And it's just such a good offer that people come in the door, and you can get really cheap signups, get really cheap cost per acquisitions using marketing, and people stick to it. Okay, so I know I'm harping on about this, but it's really, really important. Cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to promote the early bird special for the challenge. A couple of ways: social media for business and personal. Okay, just once again, hitting those people up. We may as well, they're there. And any of those emails you have, people who asked for it, old leads, previous clients, hit them up with an email. And from this, you're going to get some people interested going, yeah, that sounds great. And we're going to be able to close our first few sales. Okay, so before I'll talk to you about the sales process in just a second, let me give you a quick template. Okay, what email should I send out? How should I do this? Here's a really simple template for both social media and emails that you can follow. Okay, firstly, get people's attention. Got to be like, hey, something cool's happening. People need to listen. State the offer. What are they actually getting? Who is it for? What do they get? The early bird special that they can get it for free, and what to do to get in. Like, very simple, basic marketing, copywriting template here, but just roll with me. Again, for the brevity that we've got today, this is a good starting point. Okay. How about I just give you a sample? Let's make life super easy because I'm awesome. So let's say you're going to send an email to all those people on your pre-sale list, to old clients, to old leads. This is what I would say. Subject email, just, hey, it's here. If you want to get people to open your emails, and make your subjects quite vague. Just a quick heads up there, a little tip for you. So, body of your email. Today's a good day. We just open up spots in 123 Fitness, first ever 6-week transformation challenge. The challenge for you if you've been lacking motivation, you want to rapidly drop fat and tone up, you want a simple to follow eating plan, doesn't take an entire day to prep, you want personal accountability to stick to your plan and routine, you can read right. That's what I would say. Start of the email. So again, who is it for? Then I would go, awesome. The 20 people who claim the spots in the challenge will undergo a total body transformation at our new facility opening in 3 weeks. In the challenge, you'll get unlimited group training workouts, at our fun and private studio, no intimidating meatheads dropping weights and grunting. Keep it fun, right? People want to talk to people. Super nutrition, super simple nutrition, Facebook group, results track before and after, and lots of compliments from your family and friends. I'm just going to try and hide this. I can't actually hide this at the bottom. Pretty much it says lots of compliments from your family and friends for just a few weeks. So again, be personal, be a human. People like that stuff. Trust me. It's funny. Have a bit of cheek. People love it. So finally, we're going to use that incentive about the first 10 people to join in our early bird launch. And we're going to give them the 6 weeks for free. Okay, so we're going to say in the email. That's what we need to say. So we want to give you nothing to lose. And honestly, we're just so confident you'll love the results. You want to stay on after you've been warned. Again, be a bit cheeky, be funny. You want to go to the first lucky 10, reply back saying interested, and we'll line up a time for a chat about your goals. Chat soon, right? Sign off. Cool. That's a sample email. You could do pretty much the same thing for social media. Keep it fun, but also follow that structure. And you'll get people being like, oh my God, I'm interested. I want to talk about it. Let's do it. Cool. So those template, that's what you do organically. So what are we selling? Just because you might be like, all right, this is very rushed. How am I going to sell this 6-week program? Okay. So 6-week program. I would personally still charge like your full price or even slightly higher for this. Reason being, people will pay more at first for any fitness program because generally if they're starting a new fitness program, their pain is at the highest. Maybe they're the least fit they've ever been. Maybe they're the most overweight they've ever been. Maybe they're really sick of looking in the mirror, not feeling good within themselves. Okay, all of that jazz. People will pay the most at first because the pain's the highest. And people pay pretty much directly proportional to the pain or the fear of the pain getting worse. We're going to offer it to the first 10 people for free, but with that commitment bond at the end, okay, which is going to be used as credit towards more training. I'm going to show you how to sell that in just a second. And you're going to sell the bond being paid up front, okay? You're going to push for them to pay it all up front. And if they push back, oh my God, there's no way I can find that money. Hey, would it be okay if that works better for you? How about we just do it weekly? Would you be able to do that? Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Cool. Let's just do it weekly. Reason we do that, about half the people pay up front, which is epic cash flow for you, but you probably a time when you need it. And if they can't do that, I'll just do it weekly. And that's totally fine. You've got some direct debits coming in from day one as well. Cool. So let's say you plan on charging $49 a week. The bond for the 6 weeks is at least $300. That's what I would say. You could probably go $400 to $500. By the way, like as I said, people's pain's highest. You're offering tons of stuff, but I would go at least $300 for that bond. This is how you word the sales, okay? Really important because you're like, okay, it's a bit different. How do I word it? What we do, Mr. Smith, is we give you a crazy incentive to get the program for free, okay? We set a few simple criteria you need to meet, and assuming you do that, then this is how it works. The criteria are You got to, one, just hit your weight loss goal that we'll set with you that's realistic and achievable for you. Secondly, just do 3 days a week workouts with us like we mentioned before. So just quickly, you want to already cover the schedule before. And then you want to just check in each week with your food on how you're going with our private coach at the end of each week. That's our 3 criteria. Then what we do is we call it a commitment bond for the program. Now, the bond is just $397, okay? The reason we do this is because in the past, when we have done completely free programs, what we found is, people just haven't taken them as seriously. They don't stick to the nutrition, they don't make the workouts, and in the end, they don't get the results they actually came here for, which is probably the most frustrating part of all of it. So I feel we have to do it this way. Whereas as long as you meet this criteria we went through, we actually give you that bond back at the end, and you can just use it as more credit towards training with us. Does that all make sense? When you explain it the way I just explained it, even with the tonality I just used, okay, that middle bit where it's like, what we found is it just didn't work. You actually have to genuinely come across like it didn't work and upset that it was a failure, and be like, and then be certain that you honestly have to do it this way. Okay, people be like, there's a light bulb goes off in their head. They're like, that makes total sense, and I'll probably be more accountable if I do that. Trust me, it works. I've sold God only knows how many of these. It works. And again, this incentive is like, well, if you don't do that, it's going to be $397 anyway. So if you say no today, it'll be full price in 2 weeks. So it's a reason to act now. Okay, cool. I get his credit. So this works. I've done at least 150, 200 sales in the past 12 months, this exact script at least. Just practice it, get confident saying it. And here's the thing, this system actually keeps people more accountable because they get a chance to win that money back as the credit. So they actually want to follow through on the criteria and they want to stick to the program. So it actually works extremely well. Outside of this, I'll actually give you my agreement that we have people sign on how this challenge works. So it's all nice and clear. Like you don't want anyone being like, I didn't know that was the criteria. I'll give you our little script and our little piece of paper we'll be able to fill out. Super simple, super easy. You don't have to worry about that. Cool. So far, so good. Any questions? Happily to answer them however possible. So we're going to sell this over the phone because your gym is probably not ready, most likely. Okay. If your gym is ready and you have a sales area, you're welcome to invite people down, and then you just got to make sure they show up. So confirmation messages, things like that. But honestly, I've sold this over the phone a lot. There's nothing wrong with selling over the phone if you know what you're doing. Okay, it works. You just got to be practiced with it. But I've sold tons over the phone. In terms of the rest of the sale, I would hope you're fairly proficient with sales if you're thinking about having your own studio, because sales is kind of important. If not, outside of this particular video, I'll share my sales training masterclass with you separately as part of this course, just in case that's something you want to refresh. It's pretty much this 2-hour training that I give to my high-level clients that pay me. That's pretty much how you should sell high-ticket programs, how to structure the sales conversation, objection handling, I'll give you that separately. Again, talking about launch, I don't want to get bogged down in sales, in all the nitty-gritty. Cool. So far, so good. We've run some organic stuff. We're going to get a few signups. Exciting. And now it's time to actually drive this a bit harder to the local area, because organic will only get you so far. If you haven't got a big following, you're not going to get that much out of organic, really. People are not building big businesses organically anymore unless you've already built the following from years of posting and blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. The buzz of your new studio is going to be your weapon. And there will never be a better time. Never. That you can acquire customers cheap off paid marketing, because you actually have something freaking cool. You have a new gym, right? Much more exciting when you do that. So what I'm going to teach you through now is how to actually run a very profitable and quick and easy to set up ad. So I'm going to take forever to set up. I'm going to show you the super quick, simple way. You don't need a bunch of tech. You don't even need a website. I can take you through it nice and easy and show you how to make this work. So let's talk about making a killer ad for launching a studio. And again, if this is new to you, you're like, oh my God, Facebook ad stuff, super scary. Don't worry, I'm going to break it all down. But I've pretty much grown my entire gym off paid advertising, more or less. 80% of our members paid advertising because it works. It's very time efficient. It's very scalable. And when you get it right, it's very nice to click a button and have clients come in the door. 3 things that you really need to do to make this ad work. 1, you're going to create a video ad in the space. Video ads are awesome. They're a quick way to stand out from the crowd, and people will instantly actually realize you're being legit about this new gym, and it's exciting. Again, they want to be a part of it. You're going to promote this 6-week offer, and that the early bird is this free incentive. Cool. Let people know about that. You're going to get their emails, their numbers, you're going to call, and you're going to become selling machine. Fun times, right? Excellent. So we're going to run a video ad. I have got a couple of cool examples for you on some of my best performing video ads. I've spent hundreds of thousands. Oh, actually, I've spent over 100,000, but not hundreds. I've spent a lot of money running ads, running videos, and I can tell you that these perform well and they get people's attention. So you get to sit back and watch me in my brilliance. So enjoy. Here's just to get your brain ticking on what I like with good ads and how to get attention. So enjoy. This is 1 kilo of body fat. One of my clients just gave it to me. It's taken me by surprise. But I'm on the hunt for 40 ladies right now, actually, who would like the chance to earn a 6-week body transformation challenge totally free here at the Body Shapers. And we're going to help you lose 5 kilos of that pesky fat in 6 weeks' time. How are we going to do that? You got group training with us here at the Body Shapers. You can do a nutrition plan just for your body and your goals. You can be held accountable the whole time with our team of trainers to make sure you get those results. So if that's for you, just go above and you can actually grab one of the spots. They are going to go quick, so don't muck around. Go above, grab a spot, come on, and I'll see you soon. That was one. Cool. By the way, some like stuff with fat, sometimes Facebook doesn't approve that. But if you do get that approved, that did really well because like, oh my God, fat. So I was pretty lucky. Facebook liked me. So another example. Oh, hey, I was just down at the beach here doing a workout and I was wondering, would you be interested in actually winning a 6-week body transformation completely free and for getting some of the best results? We send you overseas for a beach holiday to show off that body. Well, we're actually looking for 30 women who would be interested in that exact program here at the Body Shapers and get those results. And as I said, send you overseas. Here's how it works. You get unlimited group training with us here at the Body Shapers. You get a nutrition plan done for you. You're going to get accountability from our coaches. We track your results, the works. As I said, if you're successful, we give back to you for free and we're going to send you overseas. It's pretty cool now. We've got 30 spots. They're going to go fast. This is a ridiculous offer. So go below. You can check out the page. Actually see some of the past results we've got on the page and apply for a spot. And then we'll talk to you very soon. Go below. Do it now. See you later. So we actually were doing some holidays as prizes. Okay, you don't necessarily need a holiday, but good way to get your brain ticking. Like I literally set up a little beach in the gym just for that video. That one is my best performing video out of all time. So you're welcome. That's pretty cool. Creativity wins. Body Shapers. It's Christmas time. Everyone likes gifts. Everyone likes surprises. So I want to give you a gift and a surprise of a 6-week free body transformation. Here at the Body Shapers, the last one for the end of the year. You're going to get unlimited training, nutrition plan, recipes, support and accountability, be around a group of like-minded girls, everything you need to finish the year strong, get into training, get fit, feel good, and not be one of those Year's resolution people because they kind of start again every year. If that's for you, click above. You can find out some more information, apply quick, as spots will fill, and we start soon. Let's do it. I'll see you then. Go above now. Cool. Bit of Christmas time. Last one. This is a really cool example of how to use social proof in ads. Hey, what's going on? Dave from the Body Shapers. I want to introduce you to a few girls. Girls, say hi. Those girls are about to start our next 6-week challenge. I'm very excited for them because just for getting amazing results, sticking to the program, we're actually going to give it to them for free, which is pretty cool. And the next one is actually starting soon. So I want to invite you to join us on our next 6-week challenge. Within that, you're going to get training with us here in the gym, all done. If you get a nutrition plan, you're going to get recipes, you're going to get support, accountability. We track your results. We do everything. We do before and after photos, the works. And we're getting some pretty amazing results. If you want to see some of those, click learn more, click on the video, and you can actually go check those out. But the next one does start soon. So if you've been thinking about doing something, if you've been on the edge of trying something new, what do you need to get your motivation back? Trust me, we can help you. Just click on the link and you'll actually see the results. You can go there, register, we'll have a little chat if it might be right for you. But go there now, click on that link, and I'll see you very soon. Cool. So again, social proof, right? I showed people are already doing it. Do you want to be like them? So just a bit of marketing stuff for you. So the key to all these video ads is, one, you got to get people's attention. You notice everything at the start is like, I grab people's attention. Trust me, people scroll at light speed. You need to get them to stop. Otherwise, I don't care what the hell you're offering. The end state, what the offer is, who it's for, like very similar to that template I gave you for writing emails. But you could literally model those in different ways. Just model the way I'm saying, like what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. You might say, we've got this new studio, da-da-da-da. Trust me, video ads like this, straight away it cuts through the noise because it's like, oh my God, he's actually in the location. Cool. Good times. So we've got a video. You're going to need to make that. If you want to subtitle it, by the way, just go to rev.com, export the audio, subtitle from Rev, bring it back. You can upload audio and get subtitles in. You're welcome. Quick one for you. Cool. Now we're going to make a Facebook ad of how to do this thing. Pretty cool. So we're just going to use what's called a lead ad on Facebook. This is an ad where everything stays within Facebook. It means no websites needed, no landing page, anything like that. Again, just for practicality and speed of what I can teach you, this is going to be a little bit more beneficial right now. What we're going to do, we're going to talk to one particular gender. If you're doing a males and females gym, just make separate ads, one for girls, one for guys. Okay. If you're just a girls or a guys gym, not many guys, but some people do just do girls like mine, then you obviously just need to do women. Okay. With the ad set, we're going to do about 6 kilometers from the studio, just to be like about what I found right. Anywhere from 25 to 55 is a pretty good range of finding clients. And then in the actual creative, we're going to use the video, and I'm going to give you some copy that I'm going to give you attached to this and things like that. And if you really don't want to do videos, maybe you really find that awkward, daunting, don't know how to talk on camera, I would advise you to try do it. I would strongly recommend you get good and practice. But you can use images. I might show you 1 or 2 images you can use. So that's all cool. It's like, how do I build an ad? I've decided to teach you live how to actually build ads. That's pretty cool, right? So we're going to show you how to put that together. Fun stuff. Let's go for a little ride to Facebook. So this is Facebook Ads Manager. Sometimes people's look a little bit different. This is how mine looks. Yours might look different, but it'll be relatively similar in how to set things up. Just for practicality, I'm not going to be going through how to set the whole thing up, like getting your ad account if you're new, if you've never done this before. Again, go to that wonderful new website called Google and tell you how to get to most of this stuff. Okay, so you can figure out the basics. I'm going to give you the good stuff. Let's create a campaign, and I'll show you how this works. I'm just going to call this live test ad. Okay, so I know what it's doing. Cool. Now, campaign objective. So you make the campaign. Campaign objective is going to be lead generation. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Excellent. From there, we're going to create a new ad set. I'm just going to call this live test ad set. All those capitals. And then this is the actual ad. Quick Facebook ad overview. Has 3 tiers. There's a campaign. You set the objective. What do you want to do with it? You got an ad set, which is like the targeting and things like that in the budget. And then you've got the actual ad itself. That was very quick, but you'll see what I mean. Live test ad. Excellent. Let's get rolling. So pretty much follow through with that. You're going to make this lead ad. I'm going to set this thing up. Cool. Live test ad. Excellent. That's the campaign. This is now the ad set itself. You might have to accept some terms and agreements. I've already done that. Nice and easy. You can have a budget. Right now, just put maybe $10 a day to start when you launch. You can always scale the budget up. But start with $10 a day just while you get everything right and make sure it's working, okay, in terms of a budget. And look, that can change based on how much you want to spend. I don't have time to go into all the numbers of ads, but end of the day, if you're getting the return on investment, you should probably spend more. I've spent $300, $400 a day to give you perspective. So we're going to make an audience. Now, I said before, about 6K from your studio. So what you do, come to the map. If you know where your studio is, you can just find on the map. You could type the address. My studio, for example, 3 Flora Street, Kirrawee. Boom. My studio right there. Okay. Now, how far out? We said about 6Ks. Adjust the distance. 6 kilometers from my studio, and I can see that covers pretty well my area. I could even go a little bit more. Like I have clients who do come from this area because I just know where my clients live. But let's just go 6 to keep it nice and local. Gender. Pick one to start with. Okay, it's very easy to simply write different wording or different things, but just target one or the other. And you're going to write on the ad if it's for women or for ladies. Again, just to be safe, I would just go 25, 55 to start, unless you know. Again, I can't read minds and customize this for you right now. If you work with an older demographic, there's nothing wrong with maybe going 37 to 55, right? If you work with that little bit more middle age, if you want to work with younger, you can. Younger works too. They have different priorities generally with their training, but this is a sample range you'll get. Because there's 50-year-olds with the same goals as 27-year-olds as well, even though they are different people. For now, that's all I want you to do with the ads, okay? I don't want you to worry about the targeting, like interest. Don't worry about anything else because, trust me, it's overkill at first. Get some stuff up and running, you'll do just fine. Come down to the placements. Just leave automatic placements on for now. Again, just to not complicate things, leave it all on, and we're good to go. Excellent. Cool. Live test ad now. So you made your video, I hope. If you have, what we're going to do is now set this up with that video. We come down to the media. So this is now where we create the creative for the ad. Okay, create the creative. It's phenomenal English, David. Okay, so we're going to do a video. So what we're going to do, I don't know what the hell this is. Beautiful, add a media. You'll be able to find where you can add the video. So I'm just going to find some random video I got in my account. Or let's just say you're uploading it fresh just for simplicity's sake. This is a new video ad we just did. Where is it hiding? That's a huge video. So we just did this like Pilates offer, right? So uploading this video so you get an idea. You can upload video. Now, once we've got it, that's our creative, the video looking good. We've got a couple of things. We've got the text or the copy, we sort of call this in the marketing. What the hell should I write? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to give you exactly the copy I would use and what I have used that works extremely well. And you can just copy and paste it because I'm going to make life really, really easy. So I'm going to give you this, but for now, we go copy. Boom. Text, paste, happy days. Okay, nice and simple. Lady, I'm not going to read all this out. You can read in your own time, but it's pretty much just like, hey, it's the challenge. Why are we doing it with this awesome incentive? Because we're great. Hey, look, typos. If you don't make typos, you're going too slow in life, everybody. So your suburb, I don't know, you're in suburb in Townsville, right? Excellent, cool. So you're saying what the offer is, getting excited. Click here. You actually don't want that. That's a different ad. Click learn more. Good double checking, Dave. Excellent. You've got a bunch of stuff here. Again, if you're like, I don't have all these recipes or meal plans, I would say, one, do your best to make something. If you really aren't going to make something, just go, I'm not going to make them up, a personal grocery list, and just delete something. But try keep most of this stuff in there. You could find a grocery list off Google or get someone to make one up very, very quickly if you hustle. So you can read this. Click learn more. I'll adjust this in the template after. Actually, that's a little bit of a typo. Cool. I added that properly. That's going to be your wording and your copy. I'll fix that in the template and make sure it's nice and clear. But pretty much that's it. I'm giving you it. Look, again, if you want to adjust it, you're welcome to, but this is a pretty good example. And again, it's been very well performing. So we've got our video there. We're going to need a headline. Hey, look, I gave you a headline. Let's grab that. This is what I would do as a headline. It's a super quick one that I know will do fairly well. New studio in Townsville, right? Same thing. Giving away a 6-week transformation. Oh my God. We'll go learn more. Excellent. Cool. So I just made it nice and simple. I'll give you this stuff as part of this course because I'm awesome. And you can use that as the first thing to model, but that would be it. There's your video. Could you do a different thumbnail there? Yeah, you probably could. That thumbnail's a bit weird. What would be a better thumbnail? So you can actually click here and you can look at the video. Normally it lets you scroll through a video to pick a thumbnail. Never mind. We won't be doing that. Thumbnail's not that important. All right. So there's an ad. Now, when you do a lead form, what you need to do is you need to create a little form within Facebook. So we're going to go create lead form. New lead form. Cool. So you create a lead form like this, you click on it and you get to make something. And this is just how you capture people's email addresses. So let's just call this live test lead form. Excellent. Leave it on more volume for now, just for simplicity's sake. Headline. Okay, what are people offering again? So it's like, again, Townsville 6-week transformation. Woo. Can't even spell at our new studio. Excellent. Spelling David. Cool. You might need to put an image here for your ad. Generally, you can get a video there, but it doesn't want to do a video for me right now, so that's okay. You might need an image. This is a good opportunity where if you need to find an image, okay, you could find an image as well that you might want to use. I'll show you something really quickly once I get out of this. But if you want an image, like right now, is go to like Google. Good old Google again, right? You can just search like ladies workout. For a long time, I just used Google and I got really good images and they do the job. What do you want in a good image? You want happy people, you want faces, like that would go all right. They look happy, they look like they're having fun. Let's just be super duper time efficient. Save image as girls training. If you have images of your clients, of your group looking happy or people trained you, I would use that image because it shows you, okay, as long as it's a good image. Otherwise, go to Google. Grab an image. Ta-da! Excellent. Actually not going to have that. Should be an image there still. Sorry, so in this intro, you can actually just turn this off. You got two options. You can turn this on. I'll just so you get a perspective on the ads. You can do a slightly longer one. There's this intro. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's leave the intro on. Keep that. Just keep it simple for you. Don't worry about this. Leave it blank. All right. There's like a questions. We're going to get their phone number. So you got email, name. We're going to go add phone number. Okay, so I've got phone number, name, and email. And register for one of the free spots below. Write that in there. And then people literally just click here and they put in their info and you're going to capture it. Privacy policy. You're meant to have like a privacy policy here. But if you don't, what I would do, you should have a Facebook page for your business, right? So just go like, I'm trying to remember what mine is. I think it's just bodyshapers.com/Facebook, or it might be Facebook. I think it's Facebook/the Body Shapers. Just go get your Facebook URL. If you really can't find it, go like this. Facebook. Should have your business up here. Boom. Boom. Because you probably don't have a privacy policy made up. If you do, then you're amazing. Go for you. All right. Let's do that. I don't actually check what it is. So you can just put anything. Thank you, screen. Awesome. Thanks, you're all set. Great. We got your registration. One of our trainers will be in touch soon to chat to you about the transformation. Super simple. And what I would do, like view website, I'd probably put your social media here as well. So it's like see more about 123 Fitness, like whatever your business is called. Excellent. They click on that. They might just scroll through, see some testimonials, things like that. Or if you do have a website, you could put your actual website there. But that's pretty much it. Make sure we're saving. Finish. Intro needs something here. Alrighty. Just let them know you got a quick paragraph. You have to type something, turns out. Until I haven't done lead ads in a while, because I use websites normally. We're opening our new studio and wants you to come try out our new 6-week transformation challenge. Just write that for now. Excellent. Want you to come try out. Beautiful. And voila. I think. Nice. Facebook ad is done. Will that take me? About 15 minutes. And people say ads are complicated. This would be a really simple first ad that would do quite well. You got the buzz of the new studio. Just trust me, the offer's strong. The copy's pretty good. It gets people's attention. They feel like they're getting tons of cool stuff. And you've got this like epic headline that's like, hey, new studio, you need to get your ass in there. I'll probably put an emoji here. If I was really doing this myself, I'd probably just like, I'd be like, yeah. If it was ladies, probably put that. Because dancing ladies, why not? No, that looks shit. I don't like that. Excuse the language. Do that. Cool. So that's an ad. Done. Send it out. Once you send this live, you'll start getting leads and you come back into the ads manager and you'll see actually the leads pop up here and you can collect them as they come in. And yeah, you're gonna start getting leads from that. And then again, I haven't got all the time to go into deep dive Facebook ad stuff, but gist of it is if you're getting good cost per lead, like it's quite cheap leads, which again, hard to describe that straight away, but anything from $5 to $20 is pretty awesome for leads. You could increase the budget as you go and keep scaling that up and making more sales. So that's how you make a Facebook ad really quickly. And I'll give you all the stuff you need, but that is exactly what I would do if I was going to be starting to build this studio. Cool, let's dive back in here. Once you have the leads, you get on the phone and you get selling, like I said before. Okay, when you close them on the phone, and this will seem daunting to some people, you can just bill them on, like you can take their credit card over the phone and just collect it and get off and running. I do that all the time. It works. It's just a confidence thing of doing it and getting good with the sales. The reason we do this though is we want to get the cash flow coming in pretty quick because again, it's generally a pretty tight time for cash flow. You want to follow up no answers with text and emails right until you're opening. Like I would keep hammering them, remind them they opted in, remind them that they want this, and keep hammering them because you can get some people last, especially as the opening comes closer and closer, right? Again, I haven't got all the time in the world to like super duper deep dive the exact emails, the exact texts. It would take a long time to go through the entire funnel, the entire system. Just anything is better than nothing right now. And that would be good. So we're going to do that about 2 to 3 weeks out. You're going to get your ad live up and running. Hopefully, if Facebook doesn't approve it, you can appeal it. You can twist the words, change the video, but do what you got to do to get it approved. You're going to have some leads coming in. If you're getting on the phone to them, you're going to be making some sales for the challenge and building some buzz. But you can drive biz a little bit more via now an ad to get people for that trial. We mentioned the foundation membership. Reason being, like I said before, some people will love the challenge idea. Some won't love the challenge idea. That's okay. That's cool. We just do what we can. Now, what I would do is you're going to get these leads and you're going to actually kind of sell them into the week trial. If they like it, they can get that foundation rate and get it a little bit lower, which is pretty cool. And you can still upsell to the challenge if they actually like the challenge, right? So if they do the free week challenge, like, oh, we got the challenge. This is why, by the way, I said before, start the challenge in your second week. It gives people a chance to train for a week before they get into that. Instead of like Oh, I want to try it out. Oh, I really like it. I want to do the challenge now. Too late. The challenge has started. So that's why we're going to start the challenge on the second week, not the first week. Okay, so how do you make an ad for this? Very similar. I'd still do a video or an image if you really want to do an image. I'll show you one more thing about images in a second. Slightly different wording. You know, you're talking about the free trial of a new studio versus the challenge as such. So just talk about that a little bit differently. But honestly, it's still sort of similar concepts. And then if they like it, you call them up and you book them in and come to that first week. So really quickly, if we were to build this ad, going straight back into it, what do we actually need to change about this? We don't actually need to change that much, right? So you've already got the ad set. You're going to target the same people. All we need to do is create another one. So live test ad for the challenge, right? So I might duplicate this just to make life super simple. I'm going to duplicate that like I just did. And I might call this one live test ad trial and foundation membership. Okay. So amazing how quick you can do this Facebook stuff if you want to. Now, did you film a new video for this? So you might be one where you're going, hey, I'm here in the gym. I'm super excited because the new gym's coming and I want to give you a chance to come try it out. Again, if you can smash that out, smash that out. Let's just say you don't want to do that. You can actually, that's what I was going to show you before. You can use images off Facebook themselves. Where is get rid of the video? Clear videos. Hello. Beautiful. So if you actually want to do an image, Facebook has partnered with like Shutterstock. So you come up here to stock images. All right. You can just search like girls fitness. Ladies fitness probably be better. Cool. You got some pretty cool images like, hello, she looks happy. So again, if you really don't want to get on camera, I would try use photos of like you guys training if you have some good ones. Don't worry, the Shutterstock will disappear in the actual thing. I would use photos of you guys training if you can. If you don't have that, last resort, I would use these sort of photos. You don't need any overlays. You can just do that for now. Again, just for simplicity's sake, if you really want to do some overlays, go to Canva. Canva's a really easy website to design. You might just overlay like 6-week transformation or 6-week challenge. Cool. So you could use an image. You've even got the videos. Now, wording for this. Oh, look, David's got that as well. Nice and quick bit of copy here for you that we could use to word this ad. So again, put your suburb in. Let's say you're in South Melbourne this time. Right, South Melbourne ladies. Your opportunity to claim a foundation membership on our new studio opening. How exciting. Needs some renewed fitness. You can read this. I'm not going to read it out to you. You get that. Adjust this stuff to whatever it is you actually do. But keep it fun, as I said. And tell them to click learn more. New studio. Like new studio coming. Claim one of 20 foundation memberships. Could be your headline here. Cool. Getting people excited. Go away, Joan. Excellent. And now he's got that lead form one more time for them to click on. So you've already got one form. What I would do is I would create a new one. I'd duplicate that form. Where'd that go? Test. So just duplicate the one from before because we just want to change the wording. So duplicated it. All right, you can still use that photo if you want. Jono. Alrighty, mate, settle down. From there, we're just going to change this again. So I might say South Melbourne, right? Come try out us out for 7 days. Awesome. South Melbourne, come try us out for 7 days. And it's not going to fit. Come try us out for 7 days. Try and try out our new studio for 7 days. Cool. We're opening a new studio and giving away 20 free 7-day trial passes. And to lock in, lock in's a bad word. Don't use the word lock in any marketing. Trial passes and to claim a foundation membership. Register below for one of the free spots. Perfect. And they're going to register. You're going to book them in, and they're going to come try it out for a week. Same things here. Awesome. So that would be the ad I'd run about 2 weeks out. I would put more money into the challenge. I think you're going to get better return on investment. But this would be another quick one you could run to start getting some hype and enjoyment into the launch. So I'm going to leave it there because I've only got about an hour today, and I'm going to break it up. So I'm going to continue this next one. I'm going to continue the rest of this because I'm kind of like in the middle of this stuff and like what to do next and things. I'll continue this on the next lesson, but that's the starting point of the ads, and that is going to be a really main thing you're going to do to drive members in the door and get the ball rolling. So that's cool. I'm going to answer any questions that we've had as we go. So just coming back to the chat, guys. I'll just leave this up here. That'll do. So a couple of questions I got in the chat as I went. Jono talks about urgency. He said, 100% agree with urgency. My experience, give anyone opportunity to join anytime, give them permission to never, ever join in their life. Totally agree. So Jono asked about the money back thing. They have to use that back on training. Can they get the money back? And you mentioned this in the consult, right? Yes. So with that offer, you got two ways of doing it. Now, you can just say it's just training refund, or you can say you can get the money back. Sorry, you can either say it's just for credit to training, or you could say you can get the money back or credit to training. Which one's better or worse? Look, if you say you can have the money back however you want, it's a little bit of an easier sell because they're like, well, if I just want it back, I can get it back. If you just say training, it's not quite as enticing. But I would say if you're opening, you don't need to give them their money back. Like, it's already a really good offer. So I would just say you get the money towards training. And you definitely mention this in the consult. Before they sign up, you make this super clear like I went through before. Jono asked about the subtitles and captions on videos. I would do the subtitles and captions. It costs you $1 from Rev to caption a minute video. So you go to rev.com, export the audio of a video, send it to them, they send it back, plug it in through Facebook. It costs you $1, and it might save you on lead costs because it's cheaper. So I would definitely do that. Can I go into a little more details on Rev? Yeah, so we're still recording my screen. All right, let's do this super duper quick. Where's iMovie? How to get subtitles. You get a video that you want to subtitle. Go to something like iMovie. Hopefully my computer works. iMovie's struggling. See how we go. Hopefully my computer can handle all this. All you need to do to get the subtitles is export the audio. You don't even have to do audio, but really, I would export the audio of any video, which you can do off iMovie. Take the audio. You know what? My computer's not liking this at all. So I'm going to boycott this. Force quit that. And you go to a website called rev.com. I'm just going to be super quick with this. Rev.com, and you could go to their service for captions. You upload here captions, you upload the audio you've got. They send it back in a file called .srt file. They send it back to you. So they send you back something like this. This is one I had for a client. Hey, it's Cameron from Pro Train Fitness. I'm going to tell you about the 2 common blah, blah, blah. And then you can just upload that into Facebook when you do your video. It's pretty straightforward. Again, you'll get through that, but that's how you use Rev and what you do with that. Let's go back to the questions. Had another question about the money back. And Jono goes, if I'm right, essentially they get money back. They're getting 2 challenges for the price of 1. And the goal is after they've done 2 challenges, they're in for life. So I'm going to get to this in another video, but what you do in the upsell process, that's doing my head in. What you do in the upsell process, and I'll talk about this in another video for you, is I sell them into a 12-month membership, and they space out their credit over 12 months. So let's say it's a $500 6-week program, and they're successful. You're awesome. You got $500 of credit. What most people do, because they want to make it a lifestyle, so you just got to pre-frame that, is we do a 12-month membership. And what we do is we give you that credit over the 12 months. So over the 50 weeks or 52 weeks and 12 months, you save $10 a week. So our normal membership is $49 per week, and you get it for $39 per week. Does that make sense? And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. Most people are cool with that. If they don't want to be locked in, then you negotiate on a shorter time frame. Okay, how about a 6-month membership? And that means you get $20 a week off for the next 6 months. And then we move you to the full membership if you like it. Oh, that works. So you just sort of slowly downsell different options just so you don't have to actually give money back. And you get the cash flow coming in. Worst case scenario, they could do a second challenge for free. Worst case, you'd be like, awesome, well, look, you got $500 credit. Why don't you do another 6 weeks with us and use that for the next 6 weeks? And then After that, if you want to join up, you can join up. I'm going to talk about that in another video on how to upsell. Don't you worry. I'll talk about that. Another question, the foundation memberships from Jono. Do you try to sell the membership first or downsell into the free week or just sell the free week straight away? I would personally, I think if they've clicked on this option, if that's what they want, I would just get them in for the trial and wow them in that first 7 weeks. Because you sort of said to them, I've opted in for like a free trial, and now you want me to give me my credit card. Just get them in the gym, get them loving it, sit down with them, and then you'll be able to close a higher percentage. That would be my thought. I think trying to get someone's credit card when all they've done is click on a free 7-day trial for a foundation offer, it's a big jump to then be like, yeah, so do the trial. The foundation membership's $39 a week, so we'll just set you up for that now. And they're like, I haven't even tried it out yet. That's just how I would go with that. That's why the challenge is going to be better for revenue. The trial membership will just get some more people in. Question from Jess. Did you have good retention with members after all the 6-week challenges? And did it ever upset your current members with the influx of new people? This is a great question. Retention, the challenge, was something that originally I used to struggle with. And then I figured out how to make the challenges a lot better in terms of accountability. So the most important thing for your retention is people sticking to the program and you keeping them accountable to it. And if they get good results and they enjoy it, there's a good chance they'll stay on. But at the end of the day, they need to complete it, which is really important. And you need to, as they're going through it, actually pre-frame to them and sort of begin inceptioning or trying to seed that they need to do it ongoing. So how do you do that? You put them in a Facebook group. Every single week in the Facebook group, you do videos. And in those videos, you talk about the importance of long-term behavior change, the importance of lifestyle, how if you do a quick 6-week fix and lose a lot of weight, your metabolism slows down. And if you don't reverse diet properly, you're going to gain weight back really quickly. You have an obligation in the 6 weeks to help shift their mindset that they need to be with you for the next 12 months. And if you do that properly, they'll totally get that and they'll beg you to sign up at the end. I'm not kidding. I've had people be like, I hope you'll keep me for the next 12 months. And I'm like, yeah, I think we'll manage. You need to put things in place in that 6 weeks that then makes the next 12 months seem like a no-brainer. We have to realize with any clients in any business, we are always selling. We're selling them on the next program. We're selling them on sticking with us. We're selling them that we are better than the gym around the corner, because guess what? The gym around the corner is running ads for their 8-week transformation. And if you're not selling your clients that you're freaking awesome, they're going to click on some other gym's ads. Oh, I'll go do that. So we're always selling our clients. And that first 6 weeks or any intro program, you are doubling sell them on why they need to stay with you. Okay, so super important. Does it upset your current membership with an influx of new people? This is where you have to find what I call the sweet spot of acquisition. You cannot probably chuck in 100 new people in 1 week. Your workouts will go to crap. Your current members will be like, who are all these new people? And that will deteriorate the culture. But if you only had like 5 members at a time, you probably won't even notice them. Your members will be like, oh, 1 new person in this session. That's cool. Sweet spot is really important. And this also ties into the cadence of how often you want to run challenges. I'll give you my cadence. We do about 20 people at a time, and we run them every 2 to 3 weeks, depending upon just how things are going. So I found we can take on 20 new people in a week across my sessions and with my trainers. More than that, it gets pretty chaotic, but we can definitely take on 20. And we run a new one every 2 to 3 weeks. And that means every month we're getting about 30 to 40 new people a month coming through with the challenge, which is great cash flow and lots of people to continue on into long-term memberships. So it's a lot about the way you do it, finding that sweet spot. Hope that answers your question, Jess. Ask me another one. Jono goes, difference between your challenge membership and your foundation regular membership. Yeah, so think of the challenge. I would look at it like you're going to give them above and beyond stuff in the challenge, and you're going to set a real short-term goal. And the challenge I would charge more for, even though you have the incentive of getting it back. The foundation regular membership, I would be charging less than what your regular membership is going to be. And it's more about you just want to start training and just getting fit and enjoying the workouts. You're not really interested in like a real focused 6-week period of nutrition, of results, of things like that. Okay. So that's more or less how I would separate it. Think of like people who want a challenge, they want to see fast results. People who just want to start training, maybe they don't want that level of accountability. They don't want to be pushed so much. They'll just happily come and start training, and that's cool. So it's just differentiating the people what they want to get. The biggest one you'll probably give is the nutrition difference between both, and also just those like weekly check-ins that you might do in a challenge to keep them on track. So that's the main difference there. Awesome. Jess asked, during the 6 weeks, how do you track their nutrition online written down? I'm going to get to all this. This is what I said before about don't worry. I'll get to this as we go. But there's no point having the best program in the world if there's no one going through it, okay? So thank you, Claudia, for that. There's no point having the best nutrition and program in the world if you haven't got clients in it. Here's how we do ours, Jess, though, because we're here. Why not? We pretty much do online using an app. We use Easy Diet Diary. It's like MyFitnessPal, but nowhere near as complicated. MyFitnessPal is an absolute mess until you set it up properly. We use an app called Easy Diet Diary. We set everybody a custom calorie goal. I've made tutorial videos on how to use that. And Jono, MyFitnessPal's a nightmare, eh? Like there's 857 different chicken breasts apparently. Easy Diet Diary, give them a calorie goal, which we set when they come in. They track their food. We have tutorial videos on how to use the app. We still give them meal plans. We still give them recipe books and lists and all that stuff. And then we get them to track their food. Every single day for the first 2 weeks, they post in the Facebook group their food. And one of my trainers gives them little bits of comment and feedback so they know how they're going. So that's for the first 2 weeks every day. At the end of every week, they check in with their coach of like a weekly summary. Okay. And then we just do that for the rest of the week. So after the first 2 weeks, no more daily posting, just a weekly check-in. Okay. So that was pretty much the whole thing right there. But that works really well for us. It's a lot of accountability, but like I said, accountability is how you get people to stick to it. We actually genuinely have a huge success percentage of good results. Like people get great results with this system because it's very thorough. And I feel good knowing that they're understanding more about calories, understanding their food better personally. Now, if you want to just give them a meal plan and not track their food, absolutely. They could write it down. They could just log it and not have a calorie goal. That works fine too. I just know that if we can educate and empower people to understand their calorie intake, they're going to be better set up for the rest of their life. And I just feel good at night sleeping knowing I'm not just giving them a meal plan, that as soon as they stop following, they're going to fall back. And there's actually a lot of research on rigid versus flexible dieting. Rigid dieting, people have much worse long-term success rates. Flexible dieting approaches where they're shown, look, you can have a little bit more calories here, a little bit less tomorrow, and just 100 over doesn't ruin your day. That's been shown to have better long-term results with people's mindset. So that's why I do it that way. It would be less work to give them a meal plan and be like, have fun. But I feel good knowing it, we're tracking it, and we help them. Jono said he uses MyFitnessPal for 1 or 2 days max, and then it gives up. It's overwhelming. Yeah, definitely. And this is another example of, I think, good business. We pre-frame to people when they come in, hey, we're going to show you this system, track your food. It's going to take a few days to get the learning curve. But once you do get the learning curve, if you want to have a glass of wine with dinner, guess what? You don't have to have that glass of wine with a side of guilt because you can factor that into your macros and or not your macros, just your calories. And then you can still see results and not feel guilty for it and not feel like you got to be 100% or zero. And there's actually research that a glass of wine a night in your calorie intake doesn't impact weight loss, right? So we show them that we pre-frame there's going to be a bit of difficulty and we show them why they should invest in learning it. And that's my philosophy. That's what I want to do to people. It's very thorough. Jess goes, do you think this ad concept will get old and stop working? There's so many local gyms doing it. My feed is flooded with it. Yeah, probably my gym doing it. Does it not work as well as it used to? Yes. Does it still work? Yes. I could show you, I could go right now into my ads and show you all the leads we've gotten from it. It's not as cheap as it used to be, but people are still doing it. The key is to be creative. The key is to do different things, and it can still start working. In 6 months, 12 months, maybe it won't work as well. But right now, it still works. And I know people in areas where lots of gyms are doing it, and they still get pretty good leads. Okay. So right now, it still works. But I'd say in about a year or two, it's going to be absolutely horrible. And some area, I got a client in some American cities because American people started doing this before we did in Australia. And it falls on deaf ears over there. Right now, you can still get away with it for a little bit. So I'm milking it personally because why not? And this is where having different funnels and different ways of getting clients is important. But if you're launching, this is just the quickest thing I would personally be doing to get some bums on seats. And then we can talk about the fancy stuff. But that's the way it is. And there are businesses out there that literally run the same ad for like a year on Facebook and it keeps making them money. It's not the offer that you change as much as you change how people perceive the offer and the ways you get people to the offer. Okay. That's why I have so many different video ads. I have a couple of different landing pages, a couple of different like ways of wording it and things like that. Then there's retargeting. I have shitloads of retargeting ads with clients telling their stories. So the offer itself it doesn't have to necessarily change all that much, but you do need to be creative with how you drive traffic to the offer and how you make the offer perceived to people. And that's how you keep it going long term and keep pretty good cost per acquisition, meaning how much you spend to get a new client. The other thing is charging a lot really helps, because if you can charge more money for it, you can afford to spend more money to acquire a customer. So whichever business can make a prospect the most profitable to them will win in marketing, because you can outspend the competition. So if everyone's doing the same offer, but I charge more than the gym next to me, I can spend more on my ads to acquire a customer, so I will outspend them. And that's like, I've had businesses near me do it and they don't do it anymore, and they went out of business. So this is the other side of the business equation. How do you do that? You learn how to sell. You charge more. You sell them supplements when they come in. You upsell them anything else you can. You ask for referrals, and then 1 in 10 refers. So there's another sale, right? So then there's all these other methods of that. So now we're going real deep into all the bizzo stuff. So I hope that answered most of your questions. Jess, I know you got a lot. That's cool. And happy to talk more as we go in other lessons about it. But next lesson, we'll talk a little bit more about you getting right down to opening. I'll talk more about how you open with the challenge and all of that stuff. But guys, thank you for joining me. Any other questions? Last chance, go for it. Otherwise, I'm out of here. It's lunchtime, and very keen to do that. Jess says, thank you. Awesome. Thank you for asking questions and joining me, gang. And have an awesome day. And we are going to stop recording now.